This is the solution to problem 55 from homework 3.2. Here we're asked to find a polynomial function with the given zeros. And we're going to use the idea that each zero yields a factor. So by that I mean if we have, let's say we have a 0 at x equals 1, for example, we would have a corresponding factor of x minus 1. The same idea applies here, except we have irrational numbers, 1 plus rad 3 and 1 minus rad 3. So we're going to say our function, f of x, is equal to a, some leading coefficient, times x minus, and then I'm going to take each of these zeros. So x minus 1 plus rad 3. That's going to be our first factor. And then we're going to multiply that by x minus, and then we're going to subtract the other 0, 1 minus rad 3. And in these problems, it's going to be easiest to let a equals 1. A can be any value, but let's just let it equal 1 for some simplicity. So we're going to have f of x is equal to x minus, I'm going to distribute the negative. So I'm going to have x minus 1 minus rad 3, and then distribute the negative 1 here to be x minus 1 plus rad 3. Here we have the product of two trinomials. We could multiply x by each one of the terms in the second factor, and then negative 1 by each one of those terms, and then negative rad 3 times each one of those terms, and combine like terms and simplify. I'm going to propose a little bit quicker way of doing it, and that is to use the associative property, and I can group x minus 1 in each set of parentheses. Once I do that, I can recognize this is a difference of squares pattern. So this is a difference of squares, right? And remember, a difference of squares is a plus b times a minus b is equal to a squared minus b squared. And that's a little quicker because if we were going to FOIL this out, the outer and inner terms would cancel out. We'd have a plus ab and minus ab. So recognizing that, we can expand our polynomial. We're going to have x minus 1 squared minus rad 3 squared. X minus 1 quantity squared is x squared minus 2x plus 1. And rad 3 squared is 3. So subtract 3. And then combine like terms here. We'll get x squared minus 2x minus 2. That is a function with the given zeros.